Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be talking about 10 things you need to know about the Unholy Hellbringer and the Widowmaker before you end up buying them in Grand Theft Auto Online. So these are the remaining two alien-style weapons that are going to be added, I would assume, very shortly in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, according to a Rockstar support agent that responded to someone, they said that the Widowmaker and the Unholy Hellbringer will both be coming out on January 8th, which is going to be this upcoming Tuesday. And they also said that the Up and Atomizer would be fully released on January 1st. That turned out to be true. So is that right there the release date of these two brand new weapons? I think it would make sense that Rockstar would want to get these out sooner rather than later so they can maybe move on to more of the vehicles and potentially other arena war modes that they haven't yet released. So long story short is, even though nothing has been confirmed, I would say it's the best bet to be on the lookout for the Widowmaker and the Unholy Hellbringer in less than a week. Now, another thing that separates these two weapons from the Up and Atomizer is it doesn't look like there's going to be an opportunity to get this weapon for free. So the Up and Atomizer was given to us for free if you logged on Christmas Day, and it was also given to us for free if you were able to participate in the new event business battles, which have since ended, and I do not believe those are going to be returning. So unless there's another way that Rockstar somehow makes these weapons available for free, we're going to have to buy both of them at the ammunition store. So let's start with the Unholy Hellbringer today. And that is actually a SMG category, and it is priced at $449,000, the second most expensive of the weapons released today. So let's start with the customization first, and you will have to forgive me here. I am in single player because this has not been released yet, obviously. So the menu I was using, I think it had the colors a little bit mixed up, but this is what normal looks like. It's just that standard sort of grayish dark steel design, pretty standard stuff right there. Now, our first color today is a sort of bright purple, pinkish color. And it also transforms like the magazine of this gun into like sort of a dark blue, as you guys can see there. Some other design aesthetics as well. It has those like three alien head icons sort of towards the handle of the gun. And then you've sort of got like this blue, almost like charging indicator towards the magazine as well. So that's kind of neat. So that's our first one right there. That is sort of this purple. The next one is green, and it has sort of an orange barrel underneath it as well. So this one's kind of cool. I feel like the green looks really good with the alien weapons because that's sort of like the official alien color green. So this one looks awesome right there. No other changes as well. Those little red sort of like lasers in the front, they don't change colors either. They will always remain red. Our next color is sort of a flip of that. It is orange for the exterior of the gun and sort of a dark green for the magazine down below. So this one looks really good too. I think the orange is sort of like a nice toxic-y color for the alien weapon, so I really do like that one as well. Following that, our next color is super bright pink, and it has a sky baby blue sort of magazine under there, which looks very interesting. That's sort of one of the more wackier colors of the Unholy Hellbringer. Following that, you've got gold. Just like the Up and Atomizer, gold is the only color, and platinum, that changes the entirety of the weapon to its color, which of course is gold. And then of course platinum, which changes everything to that shiny platinum color right there. So those are the changes that you can make to the Unholy Hellbringer. There are no upgrades to this weapon in terms of attachments or anything like that. And regardless of what color you change it to, the laser beam that you end up firing out, that is always going to remain red. So unlike the Up and Atomizer, where you can change sort of like the laser beam that you fire out, you cannot do that here with the Unholy Hellbringer, which is kind of disappointing. I thought that would have been pretty cool. Now, a couple of other things to note with this weapon is it has unlimited ammo capacity, like you don't have to reload. I say unlimited in the sense that you can have almost 10,000 rounds, I guess would be the right word, and you never have to reload. So you basically have an infinite amount of ammo, which is kind of cool. Now, one thing that I think is a little bit quirky about this weapon, and same with the Widowmaker, which we'll take a look at in a second, is when you fire this weapon, even though it's a laser, you still get like bullet impact holes, which is really strange. Like, why would a laser make that sort of impact? Is that just because Rockstar sort of reskinned these weapons? That's kind of what it seems like to me, but I wish there was more than just the sound effect of the sort of pew-pew lasers. I wish you had more of like an impact laser than like a bullet hole, which is currently what we see. Now, if I had to make a comparison to this weapon, like what is it most closely to, I think it's just a laser version of the Combat MG. I mean, if we take a look at both of their stats here, they're roughly the same. So I'd say that's the best one-to-one comparison as to what this weapon is. It's basically just a laser-skinned version of the Combat MG that once again is $449,000. Now, another thing that I don't think makes sense with this weapon is the front of the gun, or I should say the barrel, has 3 laser openings, yet you only fire out of 1. What's the point of the other 2 if I can't have triple the laser firepower here? That just seems like a weird design quirk, that you can only fire out of one of the laser slots, but you can't use all 3 like that are on the gun. I don't understand the logic in that. That would have made this weapon way cooler, in my opinion. But I guess that's just something silly Rockstar thought they would include for this weapon. So let's move on now to the Widowmaker. The Widowmaker is the most expensive of the bunch today. It is essentially $500,000, and it is in the heavy weapon category. And if it was not obvious enough, this is essentially just a reskinned version of the minigun in almost every way. What do I mean by that? It's the only weapon in the game, like the minigun, that you have to hold in a particular way with 2 hands, where it actually slows down your running style. So you're both affected speed-wise with these weapons. It also has the same charge-up time as the minigun as well. So one benefit that I think would have been cool for this gun is if it could have fired instantaneously. But just like the minigun, it has to sort of rev and charge up. And also, just like the minigun, oddly enough, and this is sort of one of those complaints I had with the Unholy Hellbringer, is when you fire it at something, it leaves like bullet impact marks. Like, why is that the case? That doesn't make sense if it's a laser weapon. But regardless, let's move on. It also has the exact same color options as far as the upgrades go, although it does change some different elements of the weapon itself. So there's really 3 parts of this. You have the main sort of hull of the weapon. You have that tube that sort of connects from like the back laser thruster to the main part of the weapon. And then you also have sort of like the back cores. And they change colors too, depending on which one you have. So I've noticed that those cores at the back will either be red or white, and then you get a myriad of other colors like green, gold, pink, sort of the army design, orange, platinum, gold, LSPD color, etc. So you get all the same colors right there. And for the most part, they all look pretty good. Again, there are some wacky ones. Really, the only big difference here is that gold and platinum are going to change the entirety of the gun to gold and platinum. So that's your big difference right there. Just like with the Unholy Hellbringer, the lasers always fire red, which again is something I think is a little bit disappointing. I would have loved to be able to shoot like pink or green or yellow lasers. I feel like that would have been awesome. And something else that's strange about this weapon, just like the Unholy Hellbringer, it has like 4 laser projectile thingies, but you only shoot out of 1. Like, I don't understand that. Why does that happen? Or why didn't Rockstar make these cooler? I guess they're just complete reskins, and, you know, if they did that, they would have to change it a whole lot more. And I guess that really wouldn't make sense. So now let's talk about both these weapons themselves once they're officially released into GTA Online. Do I believe they're going to be overpowered? I think the answer is no. The minigun is already in the game, and the Widowmaker is just a laser version of the minigun. And the Combat MG is already in the game, and the Unholy Hellbringer is just a laser, less accurate version with infinite ammo of the Combat MG. So do I see it being overpowered? Absolutely not. The reason some people say the Up and Atomizer is overpowered is because it truly is like the only weapon of its kind in the game that has that sort of effect. These other two are just simply reskins that are going to cost a lot of money. When it's all said and done, buying these two weapons and then adding the tint of your choice or all the tints is going to be close to $1 million. And then, of course, all the ammo that you have to get for it as well. That's another big difference. The Up and Atomizer, you can fire as much as you want. There's no ammo. You will have to supply the ammo for both of these weapons. You can't just waste it and expect it to unlimitedly regenerate. So that's something to keep in mind right there, is you can't just be a total gunslinger with these weapons. You have to conserve them just a little bit. But anyways, that right there is 10 things you need to know about the Unholy Hellbringer and the Widowmaker, two alien-style weapons that are going to be added into Grand Theft Auto Online, hopefully very soon. Let me know which one of these you are most looking forward to in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA and Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.